Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, right now, whether legally or illegally, William Samoei Ruto is the sitting president of the Republic of Kenya. That is the only man who took the oath of office, and again, the man who is now the chief commander of the armed forces. So anything that will happen to this country, he's answerable. That's why you see the mass killing in Shakahola. People are putting blame direct to William Samoei Ruto, the only man who took over the oath of office, together with his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. So, when it comes to the issue of health or talking about the president, then it becomes the subject of the public. And therefore, in case Ruto is not in this country, the person who normally take that gap of leadership, definitely, it is Rigathi Gachagua, his deputy. Another truth in this country is that in as much people don't like William Ruto, people hate Rigathi Gachagua more than even William Ruto himself. So sometimes when people see William Ruto in a status that is showing is not healthy that much, people wonder, so Gachagua, and look at that. Some people even do not want to imagine. So Kenyans have been questioning the health status of one William Samoei Ruto. And because he is the president, we also ask the same. It becomes the subject of discussion even on this Punchline. So the question is, why is William Ruto health looking so not promising? Because I've seen people sharing photos. If you look at those photos, are showing a president who is somehow sick. Look at his face. It's showing someone who is not that much healthy. Look at his skin. It's showing that this is someone who is not that much healthy. Of course, we know matters of health is personal issues. But then we're talking about the president. Everyone has their own health issues. Kila mutu, we cannot lie. But again, it becomes a subject once you are a president. And that's why we are talking about one William Samoei Ruto. I've seen even people going to an extent of trying to compare the photos between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And seemingly, Raila health is more promising compared to William Samoei Ruto. Raila look more energetic, but Ruto look more tired. So the question is, what is happening in this country? Or what is happening to one William Samoei Ruto? Just try to compare the photos. The other time, Ruto was looking as someone whose the body is swelling, and I saw some people from the youth from Jacaranda were commenting. I remember almost 1 hour was giving his own view on the same. Kwa nasema miguu ya Ruto inafaa ifure mpaka ipasuke. So that time there was a problem also, because the body was swelling, and today we are talking about someone whose health is deteriorating. Ruto has reduced so much, too much in terms of weight. He has reduced totally. He's losing weight every day. So Kenyans are asking why. Why is Ruto reducing the weight? And why is his skin looking so much weak? I don't know. You can tell me in the comment section. What do you think about these photos? What do you think about William Samoei Ruto? Is he healthy? So we can confirm here that, again, running the country is not easy. Running a country, especially when you do not win election through the ballot, it becomes a big problem, because there are many people who are questioning your leadership. So that could be one of the reasons why William Ruto is this much unhealthy. He's looking unhealthy. You want to creating the perception that you are the president. A man who comes out every time to tell people, I am the chief commander of the armed forces. He come out to tell people, then people, why? So it tells you that we have a president who is worried. And once you are in that situation, it means you don't have peace. And when you don't have peace of mind, then of course that will go deeper into your health also. So this is a man who needs to see a counselor, psychiatrist, to sit down with him or her for counseling, for guiding. And if not, then the worst could just happen or can happen to one William Samoei Ruto. Mawazo inaweza ua mtu. Mawazo inaweza fanya mtu pia kuwe tu wazimu. You can turn into a zombie or a mad person when you think too much. And of course, people are concluding that Ruto has a problem with the legitimacy in this country. This issue of legitimacy is giving William Ruto sleepless night. He cannot even have enough time to sleep, relax the mind. And I want to read some of the comments from Kenyans as we continue with this discussion, just to see what Kenyans are saying about William Ruto's health. Kevin Dollar, false promise. He now coming to reality that all the promises were hot air. So he lied to Kenyans, gave a lot of promises, and now Kenyans are demanding for delivery of the promises that make him get much unhealthy. Juliet Mugodo, alidhani ni kazi rahisi, hii lazima uwe mlevi ndio nayo, sober person you can't deal with Kenyans. So she's suggesting that Ruto should start taking alcohol or what, so that he can feel free. Alcohol just help you to forget about things, but then they will come later to your mind. Tanga Anga exactly was discussing it today. Jamaa alikuwa anahema akiongea when attending swearing ceremony of General Ogola. He looked weak and sick, na maandamano bado hatuja resume. Atabeba suruali kwa kichwa round hii. By the way, the issue of mass action, I can tell you Ruto asked for a strong opposition. Raila is doing that. He's doing it to the fullest. This is giving William Ruto headache. Raila has put William Ruto to the toss. He don't have even time to eat. He don't have time to think. He don't have time to reason. He's busy. And he end up even answering wrongly. It shows a person who seemingly is struggling to reclaim his presidency. So William Ruto is not at peace at all, because opposition has never allowed him to relax at even given second. I agree. Lucia Chugi, hadi size ya masikio ikaongezeka. Kukua president ni tofauti sana na kukua mkulima wa kuku. He said he's a chicken farmer, and that means he was just trying to compare himself to the people who are down to the ground, a person who rose from the grass to grace, according to himself. So they are telling him, being a president is not the same way you have been managing your chicken farm. This is totally different thing. That's true. Joseph, he is now realizing that running a government is different from running a mouth. When it comes to speeches, Ruto is a good orator. When it comes to campaign, he can lie to you so that you can give him your votes. He does it without blinking an eye. For that one, Ruto can perfect it 100%. He can convince and confuse you if you're not careful. But then, it is two different things when it comes to running the government. In the government, there is checks and balance. There is responsibility. You have to take responsibility on everything you are doing. So it becomes two different things. Joseph Wangombe, presidency as an institution is extremely stressful. Obama developed gray hair 3 months into his first term. That's true. You become the father of a nation. Everyone is looking at you, and every slight mistake they will be pointing fingers at you. People are looking solutions from you. When they sleep hungry, they ask, what is the president doing? And exactly that is one of the reasons why someone is in the office as the president to always take responsibility, so you can grow old quickly. Pauline Risper, God is never mocked. He know how to fight for himself. So Ruto mocked God according to this Pauline's position. He mocked God. It can be true to some extent. They said that at least for the first time, the church has a candidate. So they were presenting William Ruto as the candidate from the church. But that was a total lie. Because now, see, churches are suffering under William Ruto. Christians are suffering under the leadership of William Ruto. It is proof that Ruto was using the church to get votes. Now look at the situation at Shakahola. So it says you that Ruto was defending cult in this country, because Mackenzie's activity cannot be far from cult activity. So he was protecting people who are against Christianity, people who are using Christianity to perform cult activities in this country. Smile, being Kenyan president is the worst thing. Imagine every day they have a demand, breaking news, every corner, ata akona nguvu. Yes, it could be true. Njoroken, hope he doesn't end up like Magufuli. Recently, he talked about the issue regarding the dollar that was a trend. It is true, today they are importing fuel in this country without using a dollar, though it's a loan. They will pay later. They were lying to Kenyans that they are using Kenyan shillings. No, it's a loan. But again, that one also will always raise questions from the West. They made him president, so their interest must be taken care of. Kitongo Muchiri, God forbid something happens to him, you know who would be the president. I said it. So Gachagua. Kenyans are not comfortable with someone like Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know your views. Let us meet at the comment section for continuation of this conversation.